Well,
Oh boy, we got a messy boy here.
Big Boss is finished for the Let's Play, but Venom Snake, last episode we had him develop a nuke, and when you do that, you get maximum demon points. So his horn is really long now.
Huge, off the charts. He cannot wear hats.
By the way, when you're at max demon points, you become covered in blood, and no matter how many showers you take, it will never wash off.
Get it? Do you get it?
Oh, you're permanently bloody. But yeah, if we take a look in our resources, nuclear development complete, heroism minus 50,000 points. So yeah. But yeah, at this point, Huey's gone, Paz is gone, Quiet's gone, everyone's
I'm thinking
leaving.
the next mission your horse leaves.
Oh no. So we've unlocked the final 5 missions of the game. 4 of those missions are just replaying other earlier missions, but harder.
But this one is called Truth.
Yeah. Mission 46 is the final story mission of the game, and you can only unlock it by completing all the previous subplots and also developing every single strut for Mother Base. So it's got some extra requirements to unlock it compared to all these other ones. But well, here we go.
I want to know the truth, dang it.
Don't you die on me, damn it! Bibi's dropping! Intubate, now!
Starring Big Boss.
Clear!
And punished Venom Snake?
No response. Hit him again!
But like in the jaw this time.
Clear! How's he doing? Well, he stabilized, but it took too long. He's in a coma. What about him? Yeah, took some shrapnel to the head.
108 pieces?
Woo!
Whoa.
Thanks, Nietzsche.
It's such a good song, though.
It's a really good song. This cover is good too. I like it. Welp, it's been over a year, but welcome back to the very first episode of the Let's Play. Oh man.
Which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died.
Since we're stuck in the bed for a while, gonna bring up some conspiracy theories people had for this game way back when, before it released. 1, Snake is actually Gray Fox in disguise. 2, Snake is actually Decoy Octopus in disguise.
I don't see why, but okay.
Yeah. 3, the usual conspiracy every new Metal Gear game had after 2, which is this is all a VR program that Solid Snake is in.
Or some other character, but yeah.
Yeah. 4, people had this really big thing going on about, so a little bit later in this part of the game, there's that doctor that talks to you, the bald guy.
Yeah.
So that guy seems to have been, his appearance was heavily based upon a real scientist who...
oh, I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, it was a real scientist who was getting ready to do a head...
This is when... Yeah, this is when Kojima was doing interviews under a false name with his head wrapped in bandages.
Yeah, Joaquin Mogren.
Yes.
But
I mean, how do you forget that?
Yeah. Yeah, Kojima back then, posing as a completely different developer for a new game studio, wore the same head wrappings that Ishmael did yeah, the doctor in this game, his appearance appears to be heavily based on the real doctor who was getting ready to do the world's first, like, head transplant. And people had a whole big thing with that. It even went further beyond just this game to being like, oh, that scientist, he's in on the ruse of Death Stranding being Metal Gear Solid Zero or some fucking bullshit.
What you haven't yet explained to me is what Metal Gear Solid Zero even means.
I don't know what it means either, and I've watched multiple 2-hour-long videos. I think Metal Gear Solid Zero is supposed to be like this weird converging timeline where Silent Hill, Zone of the Enders, and Metal Gear Solid, and also possibly Snatcher all exist in the same universe? I don't know.
Zone of the Enders is in this? Well, now I'm
Yeah.
interested. Now I want them to be right, just to see how that goes.
Yeah.
V has come too.
V has come too.
And now there's a plane crash, and the kids with the hot guy, and their brains are getting busy.
Ακούς με? Can you hear me?
Are you gonna transplant my head? The internet said you do that.
Can you move your head?
Well, I would, but all these stitches.
Just nod if you can hear me.
Uh-huh.
I need to tell you something.
I am a Frankenstein man.
Quite some time. I'm afraid it's been 9 years. 9 years ago, you were injured in an explosion. I know it's difficult, but please look down.
You had your dick stabbed off.
Keep brave.
There were so many backflips.
Νοσοκόμα, γρήγορα. Try to calm down. Calm down. Please. Calm down. It's gonna be okay. Yes, yes. Calm down.
What if the big secret was that this doctor was Skullface all along?
Oh, shit. Skullface is...
Skullface in a big latex mask, like Mission Impossible style.
Skullface has really poor bedside manner.
Γνωρίζω ότι έχει ξυπνήσει. Διαντρέχει μεγάλο κίνδυνο. Πρέπει να ενεργήσουμε άμεσα. Προετοιμάστε τον για εγχείρηση. Δεν το πιστεύω. It's true. There are those who wish you would never woken up. You should be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately. Otherwise, I fear you won't leave this place alive. It's a wide open world up there, so there's something we need to take care of first. This is you, as you've lived until this day. I'm going to change your appearance.
Yep.
We have no other choice.
It's that guy you made.
It's the guy I made at the beginning of the game.
Very good. Now let's remove these bandages. Your face has healed nicely. To tell you the truth, these bandages were more for your protection, to hide you from those who want you dead.
They never would have thought to kill the bandaged man.
Your name is Ahab. Forget everything.
Hi, Quiet.
Your name, your past.
You want to chat while you still can?
Yeah. Look, I know you're not into water yet, but you want to go dancing out in the rain?
You want to make a collage? We can do story time.
Oh, it's me!
Everything feels all right?
We didn't have to be too clean with the sutures because, you know, helicopter crash.
Saved us a ton of time.
We could make you as fucked up as we wanted to.
Quiet, I hear that guy can, like, replace, like, can, like, transplant heads. I don't think chopping his head off is gonna kill him.
Well, it depends on how involved his assistants are in the surgeries.
Yeah, I guess.
Not yet.
Before we get too far, I want to say it's not too easy to guess that something like this is up, because Ishmael sounds exactly like Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Like... I mean, there's a lot of little things in the first mission about you not necessarily being yourself, but a big one is, yeah, that is Kiefer Sutherland right there.
That's fucking Kiefer Sutherland. It was funny, like, some of the earliest, like, Phantom Pain footage that came out was a little bit of this hospital stuff. And they show a little bit of Ishmael talking, and before any voice cast stuff was confirmed, people were like, oh, we're pretty sure that's Kiefer Sutherland. Like, people were just able to call it immediately from, like, 2 lines of dialogue. People, were also able to figure out that this was located in Cyprus way before any details came out, just by looking at, like, a flag and a map and the electrical outlets on the wall.
That really goes to show the attention to detail, I guess.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, back when they showed this hospital stuff, before it was revealed it was Metal Gear at all, that was a very fun time of piecing stuff together to figure out, oh shit, this is fucking Metal Gear. It was great.
And you didn't even set her on fire. Ishmael did.
Yeah, Ishmael did. Like
The real you, not the fake you that is you.
Yeah.
Twice he set her on fire.
You got no beef against me.
Quiet wherever you are. I want you to watch Mission 46.
Okay, have time to go.
See? Come on.
What
Yeah.
happened to the woman? The woman? We gave her a light. She took the short way down. Who are you? Who am I? You're talking to yourself.
Yeah, huh?
Been watching over you for 9 years. You can call me Ishmael. What the hell is going on? Well, the good news is, you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The whole world wants you dead. On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down. Need a little pick-me-up? Okay. Here. Nothing like a little digoxin to get you back in the game.
Thanks, me.
I always know what's best for myself.
Yeah. Does this count as self-care? I don't know anymore. But But yeah, I made sure to focus on it in the very first episode as LP, but yeah. It's not your room, but rather Ishmael's room that has a shitload of Star of Bethlehem flowers. Yeah, he's got a ton. You get just one, like, right at the beginning of the game. It's cute. I like that detail.
Let's take the stairs.
I mean, this means that the game starts with Big Boss's nude ass.
Hell yeah, it does. We're looking at Big Boss's butt right now.
Something's coming.
The Man on Fire stuff, like, the instant this stuff came out and people looked at the Man on Fire, they immediately were able to go, oh, that's Vulcan. Because, I kind of wish... I wish that revelation was cooler, one, not by not being able to figure out forever before the game even comes out, because it's like, even here, he's wearing...
It's a very Vulcan coat, yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing the same coat from MGS3. You can tell that's the same weird combat suit he wore. Like, I wish he was a man completely covered in flames, so that you couldn't see what was underneath the flames until later or something. Because I'm just imagining it being really cool, too, like if you did the boss fight with him or something, and you're able to, like, extinguish his flames with water, and, like, for a brief moment, you get to see, like, oh shit, is that Vulcan all of a sudden?
Oh, yeah, that'd be something.
Wouldn't that have been neat? That would be a cool way to reveal that for people looking out for that type of stuff. And by the way, all the transitions here, I put those in with the little eye blinks because we actually do this mission. They make you replay the whole mission, and it still has the same tutorial prompts from the beginning of the game and everything. It's weird. And like big chunks of this mission are exactly the same, which is why we're blinking through it.
Yeah, fake Ishmael's dead. We get saved by real Ishmael. There are now 3 big bosses in play.
Oh, God.
Well, there were for a second. We're back down to 2.
Yeah. Alright, we didn't do this before, but you can hide with Ishmael, which means we get a nice close look at his face.
So the third boy, the Man on Fire, and the assassin woman are all on a team with, like, these other soldiers.
Well, the stuff that happens with the third boy, third child, and Vulcan is actually just a coincidence. At this point, they are not. Yeah, they aren't allied to Skullface at all, which is why Vulcan is like killing the shit out of the XOF soldiers.
That's right.
Yeah.
Until after this, and Skullface is like, I like your style.
Yeah, then Skullface is nearby, and he's like, oh, I'm so pissed off I can suddenly control these 2 freaks.
I do like the idea, though, of the 2 of them and non-superpowered Quiet just in a helicopter together, trying to figure out what to talk about.
Yeah. Is it okay that he's in here? Is the helicopter gonna catch on fire? Is it...
So, kid, how's 4th grade?
I like your new eyeball, Big Boss.
Anything? Negative. He came in here. Keep looking.
This way.
But yeah, there's some, when you ask me, like, oh, are there any conspiracy theories for this game that, like, actually it did end up being true, this is one of them.
That you're playing a body double.
Yeah. But that was also because there is some evidence that would actually let you suss it out in Ground Zeroes that we'll look at in a little bit.
I'll run interference.
Also, that very, very big boss trick.
Yeah. I do enjoy they did a couple things to try to make it seem like he was a figment of your imagination, like him just disappearing, but no, he's just that good.
Yeah.
But like how he said, I mentioned a couple episodes ago that there are actual like visual signifiers for which person Psycho Mantis is currently possessed by. Psycho Mantis has a little horn sticking out of his head right there.
Oh.
So very briefly, he was possessed by Snake's desire for revenge, and nope, now Vulcan's back.
And now that's foreshadowing to how to beat his boss fight outside the Devil's House.
Yeah, Vulcan hates getting hit by cars.
Seatbelt, good.
Yep. Gotta be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Something other people have been bringing up recently in the comments for our videos is just like, hey, what the fuck was up with the flaming whale in this part of the game? That, literally, all that is Psycho Mantis just lifting a whale out of the ocean to smash into a helicopter. That's all it's for. And also, of course, you know, Moby Dick and shit.
Moby Dick, yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, I believe Psycho Mantis was possessed by Big Boss in that instance, and he wanted the helicopter to go away, so Psycho Mantis smashed it with a whale.
The kid's got style.
Yeah.
It's a shame that he lost that flair for the dramatic as he got older.
Yeah.
Just trying to get people to shoot themselves in the head. So, I mean, my question, knowing that something like this was coming, because there are a lot of hints in this opening chapter.
Yeah.
And also, it was an unavoidable spoiler, at least in the broadest terms.
Totally, yeah. You're going to at least know a little bit.
Was who knew what at what point. And it seems like Miller knew the whole time?
Let us see Big Boss's taint.
This way, boss. Hurry.
What? They both knew the whole time? But Ocelot seemed like such a big believer when he gives you a horse in Afghanistan. Bring the legend back to life and whatnot.
Use that bike. It's tuned up and ready to go.
It's a pretty sweet bike.
Now, this motorcycle is also a Triumph brand motorcycle, just like Eva's.
I'll handle the rest. Here. That's your name as of today.
John.
Oh shit, that's my real name.
Face, too. Now this one, he'll take your place. From here on, he's Snake. He believes it too.
My very own phantom, huh?
It's a good thing you had a friend with the exact same voice as
The
you.
whole world wants your head. Don't worry. He can handle it. Move now. Quickly.
How do you fucking know that? What made him the perfect guy?
Oh, we'll get into that soon.
I guess they had 9 years to do super science bullshit to you.
We'll meet again.
How far are you gonna get? This is an island. That's a motorcycle. I guess that's what the passport's for.
That jacket is a really nice jacket, though.
I bet they sold it.
You know, they might have. They did have a bunch of Peace Walker branded clothing that was all pretty pricey.
Now, this cutscene doesn't always look like this. You just got really lucky with the day-night cycle, right?
Absolutely.
It took 12 tries to get golden hour for this moment.
All right. Yep. Yeah, Code Talker researches
Not sure
the
what
ends.
the Congo crisis has to do with this game, but okay.
There's a couple things that pop up in this timeline that are events we don't know about yet, but we will know soon in later videos in this update, which is weird.
Reverse evolution.
Such as Zero suffers brain damage due to Skullface's parasite attack. That's something we don't know about yet, but it's here.
Really don't know what the Grenada invasion has to do with anything, though.
I don't know.
Skullface dies. The end. Then there's 2/3 of a game left, but Skullface dies. The end.
Now we're back to the actual very first cutscene of the game. Got the face he's making looking at tape is just like this is gonna be good.
No time for anesthetic. We have to open her now.
I remember when we were doing this, I was asking who this doctor character is. Not because I knew that's who the double would be, but because he was just so, like, the way he was framed was so unusually, like, significant.
Yep.
Like, he just, the camera treats him as a very important character.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought the pilot was the one who became Big Boss.
So the voice of the medic in Ground Zeroes is just Kiefer Sutherland pitched down. So people changed the pitch and went, "Oh shit, that's Big Boss."
Now do you remember who you are? What you were meant to do? I cheated death thanks to you. And thanks to you, I've left my mark. You have too. You've written your own history. You're your own man. I'm Big Boss. And you are too.
Congratulations, Big Boss.
He's the two of us together.
Whoa,
Where
think
we are
about
today,
it.
We built it. This story, this legend, it's ours. We can change the world and with it the future. I am you and you are me.
We could do Olsen
Carry on
twins
with you
tricks.
wherever we go.
Let's both
Thank you, my
date the
friend.
same boy.
From here on out, you're Big Boss.
Anyone can be Big Boss if they set their mind to it. Side B, Seasons of Love.
Flip it over. Operation Intrude and 313. It's Metal Gear 1. And when he's loading the tape in, it's this tape machine is connected to an MSX.
Amazing.
The first console Metal Gear was on.
So it does link up.
Whoa. You'll be able to see in a sec, in the reflection of the mirror, the door behind him no longer has the Diamond Dogs logo. It switches to Outer Heaven.
So they knew during like the DNA testing for Eli, they knew it wouldn't be this Big Boss's clone. So they just went through with it anyway.
Yeah.
What is this information going to teach us? Literally nothing. We got to do it though.
Oh man. Yeah, so yeah, people were able to figure out the body double thing early on, or at least guess at it, just because the medic's voice is just Kiefer Sutherland's pitched down. They were able to rip the model of the medic from the PC version and take a look at him and try to figure stuff out through that. And it was just, ever since Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear, like the Metal Gear community, every time there's a new Metal Gear coming out, has always gone, I do not trust Kojima. He's going to do a switcheroo, like with Raiden.
Who do you really play as? Yeah.
And that has not happened since 2 until now. And like, I was actually a little disappointed when it happened, because it's just like, I don't really want another switcheroo of this type. I don't know. Kojima, I think, said in some interview that he wanted to do the reverse of Metal Gear Solid 2's ending, where Raiden like takes the dog tags that are the player's name and casts them off. Like, I am my own person. I am not the player. And he wanted to do the reverse, where he was like, as a thanks for everyone who has played Metal Gear for so long, like, this time you are Big Boss, whoever you are.
Big Boss. Yeah.
And I mean, I like the idea of having the second Big Boss as like playing on the idea of Big Boss as this legend, and
who's continually like practically every game is trying to recreate Big Boss.
Yeah.
Or in Raiden's case, trying to recreate a recreation of Big Boss.
Yeah. And I do like that whole idea. It's just weird because like when you hit this ending and you find out all this stuff and this twist, it just kind of feels like by the way, there's this. Like, it feels like it doesn't feed into the rest of the game enough for me. There is some foreshadowing throughout the game. One of the things is when you go to recover Volgan's body and he wakes up again, during that cutscene, like Volgin grabs Venom Snake and pins him to the ground, and then when the camera turns back to Snake, he has changed back into like his hospital self when he first woke up, and then like Volgin gets up and he looks shocked, and then he just dies. And that's because at that point Volgin realizes, oh, this is not Big Boss.
Yeah.
I give up. And I like that. But yeah, I don't know.
As a guy who tries to be an optimist, I do have to like the message that like you any old person in the right position has the power to like make a new world, to exert influence on the future. Unfortunately, it's in this game where your only options to do that are to kill a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's all ideas I like that I find execution lacking on. But again, they were making a new engine while making this game, and I have found out through talking to other people in the games industry that, like, hey, trying to make a whole fucking video game while also developing the engine to make it is fucking hard.
It sounds hard. It certainly sounds hard.
Yeah, like, I'm sure I would really love to know, like, how far the Fox engine was along before they started making the game, because it's like, oh, it was basically done early on, then okay, maybe it's not that much of an issue. But, like, if it were still under active development and they're still fine-tuning it while making the game, that's probably causes a lot of issues. But yeah, for people watching, while this is the end of the game, this is not the end of the LP. In fact, there's two more videos just for this update. 67-2 and -3.
Today, never mind the rest of it. Yeah.
You have to watch those because they fill in so much, like, plot shit and just, like, little questions you might have.
What's up with this parasite attack on Zero?
Yeah, that shit will get filled in. But even aside from that, there's still probably going to be at least 1 or 2 more updates after this.
Look at all this list of songs that we can't actually put in these videos.
Yeah, I wish I could have. But yeah, we still have to cover a lot of cut content, a couple Easter eggs and little details I haven't shown off yet, and we still got to do stuff with Vapor Snake.
Oh boy.
He's not done yet. Another timeline!
Also, there are Olympics. Kingdom of the Flies, man, Eli. Damn, that's hardcore.
So I said, like, the Eli plotline wasn't done. Well, it just kind of hangs there in a thread and never gets resolved in the game, actually. But there's content related to it that we'll be looking at.
Okay.
Yeah. So, in Metal Gear 1, look at that timeline, 1995.
11 years later.
Metal Gear 1.
It's this Big Boss.
Yeah, Big Boss does not die twice like we've always thought. Venom Snake dies in Metal Gear 1. You fight his body double in the first game.
What is the original Big Boss? What is he doing? Over a 20-year gap in between.
We'll find out.
I like to think he's drinking Mai Tais on the beach.
Yeah. Well, Big Boss kills Zero.
Big Boss died. Wow, 2014 was really long and included a lot of line breaks. It's the year that would never end.
What was it all for? If the boss has some plan, what is it?
Make a lot of money for Konami.
The real Big Boss is working separately from us to create his new nation.
So that our Big Boss can run it and die the first time.
The true outer heaven. Something created to maintain world balance, independent of the struggles for supremacy.
It's a lot like Diamond Dogs and MSF, but it's really gonna work this time.
It'll be an army, all right, but more. Big Boss is building a nation. But
it's gonna be on
until it's
land.
complete, we support the other big boss. The Phantom carries on his legend, his meme.
He can has cheeseburger.
God damn it.
So that's the way it is. 9 years ago, I thought everything had been taken from me. But now I really have lost it all. The boss, and the future we were building
He's so
together.
upset all the time because he can't
One day,
he can't keep his
the age of Big
composure
Boss's son
pretending.
will arrive. They'll likely want to settle the score with him. We have to shape that age. We'll each have roles to play.
I've chosen our
Building a
roles. That's why I
foundation
get to be there at the
for a
end and you
revolution
get killed by
led
one of them.
the true one and
Fuck
the
you, buddy.
No. Big Boss can go to hell. I'll make the Phantom and his son stronger to send him there. For that, I'll keep playing my role.
I'm gonna hang out with one of them in the wilderness. I have now
Sooner or
decided to
later,
become an
there'll be
expert in
only
wilderness
one
survival.
boss. There's only room for one boss. His sons are fated to face each other someday too. If the day ever comes that you go back to Cypher, I'll aid the other son. And then you and I will be enemies too. One of us will have to kill the other.
Nope. Nope.
Fine, bud.
Screw that one up, didn't.
I'll be ready for the new age. Until then, we'd better get used to coexisting.
All right, Liquid. My plan for you to get in one over on your brother is there's this mostly useless guy on his codec. You can just kill him. Trust me.
All right. So, get a couple new unlockables and stuff. But we get more cassette tapes, the Truth Records.
Truth Records.
Get ready for an hour of tapes. An hour.
That's a lot of emblem parts.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, for like beating the game, you get Spunky Platypus.
Spunky Platypus. Hell yeah, that's the best one. Finally, some women and a Spunky Platypus.
A Howling Platypus.
And a Razor Hedgehog.
Ooh.
God, you just got the good animal Voltron.